let's talk about this word mole in chemistry. Okay, mole is a concept. Concept means an idea. All right, so let's look at it. What is mole? Okay, mole is actually a number. It's a particular number, which is what? 6.02 times 10 raised to the exponent of 23. All right, just like a dozen. When you say dozen, dozen means 12. So mole means this. Okay, and this particular number is called Avogadro's. Okay, Avogadro's what? Constant. Avogadro's constant. You know, whatever you're bringing together, once it reaches 12, you call it dozen. So as long as you say dozen, the number will always be 12. That is how mole is. Once you bring anything together and it reaches this number 6.0 times 10 raised to the exponent of 23, that is called 1 mole. Okay? Now let's say that I bring sodium atoms. Okay? I bring sodium atoms up to this number 6.02 times 10 raised to the power 23. So I bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until it reaches this particular number. It means I have brought 1 mole. So this would mean what? 1 mole of what? Sodium atoms, because it has reached the Avogadro's constant. So I have 1 mole of sodium atoms. Now let's say that I pack this 1 mole of sodium atoms and I want to check what is going to weigh. So I put it on a scale. Are you getting me? So these are the atoms that's up to this number. So I have 1 mole here. 1 mole, you understand? So I want to check the mass of this 1 mole. I'm weighing it to know how much it's going to weigh. So here I have what? Mass in what? In grams. All right? Now, when I have known the mass of 1 mole of sodium atom, what I'm looking for, or when I've gotten the mass, what I will call it is what? Molar mass. I'll call it what? Molar mass. So what's molar mass? Molar mass is the mass of 1 mole. Does it make sense? For sodium, if I write the chemical formula of sodium, the symbol of sodium like this, it means what? I have represented 1 mole. If I write it like this, it means what? 2 moles. Are you following? Now, the mass of 1 mole, which is the molar mass for sodium, is what? 23 grams. This will always be given to you in equation. All right? Now, it means that 6.02 times 10 raised to the power 23 atoms of what? Sodium has a mass, or have a mass of what? 23 grams. Does it make sense? Let's now see this example, this question. It says, calculate the mass of 1 atom of sodium in grams. All right, 1 atom of sodium. So we don't know the mass of 1 atom of sodium, but we know that 1 mole of sodium, which is what? 6.02 times 10 raised to the power 23 atoms. Are you getting me? For sodium, this number of atoms have a mass of what? Of 23 grams. this number has a mass of 23 grams. Okay, but we are asked to find the mass of one atom. All right, so if this number has this, one atom is going to have, let's say, a mass of x grams, since we don't know. So what we have to do, simply cross multiply, and the one you are looking for is x. So what you have to say is that one you're looking for, write it here and say it is equal to, don't cross this one again, just say 23 times 1. So you have 23 times 1 all over, what is the number remaining there? 6.02 times 10 to the exponent of what? 23. And here's what to do. Of course, you know that 23 times 1 is going to give you what? 23. Then this 23 is, you see, this one that is dividing is in standard form, so you have to put this one too in standard form. How do you put it in standard form? You bring a zero from, sorry, bring a point from somewhere and put it here. Then you write times 10. Remember, when you put this point here, you jumped one digit, so you put 1. Okay, then all over what? 6.02 times 10 to the exponent of 23. Okay, so the next thing you do is that you write this 2.3 divided by 6.02 times, since you have 10 up and 10 down, just write only one 10. Okay, then the exponent up you subtract. Okay, you see the exponent up minus the exponent down. Making sense? Then if you now divide this one, you're going to get 0. What? 382. Okay, and you have times 10. 1 minus 23 is minus 22. Okay, then you still put this one in standard form. That means this point should be here because 3 is the first digit that is not 0. So you move this point to this place, so you have 3.82 times 10. Remember, you move this point backwards. All right, you moved it towards your right side. It means that this exponent should decrease by 1. Since you jumped one digit to your right, this exponent should decrease by 1, so it becomes minus 23. I hope you know that minus 23 is smaller than minus 22 because this is minus. Okay, so remember they say we should find it in grams, so put our grams, and that is your answer. If you understand this, then work out these ones. The mass of 1.2 times 10 raised to the power 23 atoms of aluminium, and of course what is given to you here is the molar mass of aluminium, and here we have the molar mass of copper. So send your answer to this platform.